Here and welcome to another episode of Stocks for Stoners. In this week's episode, I wanted to talk about IPOs. I'm going to make this a really quick one because I've got food cooking, stuff going on. I've been working all day and I am just beat, tired, and I need to jump in the shower. So let's go. An initial public offering, that is what an IPO is. And what that is when a private company decides to go public and use the money that they make as far as selling the stocks now to raise capital for new projects, new machinery, new factories, a lot of different things. I mean, anything that a company could need that they're trying to raise capital for. That's why they would pardon me guys, that's why they would create the IPO, an initial public offering. Personally, when I see certain IPOs, I like to think of it as an initial public opportunity. But hey, that's just me. So anyway, let's go on here. What'll happen when the company goes into an IPO? So say a company is doing well and they want to move on further, and let's say that their valuation is around $1 billion. That's called like a unicorn status. So I have it written down right here so I can remember. So when they reach an valuation of around $1 billion, it can be other evaluations too, so like say they, sometimes they'll be in the millions, hundreds of millions, things like that, or in the billion, numbers of billions. So it's just that once it reaches around $1 billion, it's kind of a general idea for the IPO. So once they reach that, that's when they go to an investment, I think, banker. Let me check around here. Goes yep, higher investment banks. And what an investment bank does is they take the company, they look at what's going on, they come up with the valuation of the company, what it's worth, so if they were like to look at it, okay, this is worth about $1.4 billion. Then what they're going to do is they're going to take that and they're going to break that down and try to figure out what they can break that into stocks, what's already, owned previously by the company, and the, private shares and things like that. They're going to figure that out. They do all that math, all that hard work that we're not going to discuss because this is just a quick video to know what an IPO is about, right? So what they do again is they take and they do all that work and they figure it out, how many stocks they're going to offer, how much they're going to offer each stock at, when they're going to put the stock out there on the market, and then they market it. They go out there, they tell everybody, all these different firms and everything, like, hey, we're going to be marketing this company. I think Coinbase is it Coinbase or Voyager? Which one of them has already IPO'd, one of them is about to IPO. So I think it's Coinbase. And so say you were to look at Coinbase and you were like, hey, I'm interested in Coinbase, blah, blah, blah. They're going to go, or we're interested in getting out there. They're going to check it all out, figure it out, tell everybody what it's worth, when it's coming out. I think it's actually coming out on the 14th of this month, by the way, Coinbase. Anyway, so let's continue on. Once they've done that, it can be done under their valuations. Once it goes public, the private shares are turned into public shares and sold at the public share value. What's really good for, say you've gotten into a company before it's gone into an IPO, you're a private investor beforehand. So there's some companies that I'm looking at currently myself that I want to invest in, and what that does is it'll give me private shares, a private share of the company that can later on, when it goes public, be turned into these public shares that I can then, once it IPOs, turn around and just sell, and basically I would realize my gains at that point for my initial investment into the company. So that's, in a nutshell, what an IPO is. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask down below. We'll go into this any further if you'd like me to. We'll probably discuss this in further videos. I know that once I get to a certain point, I'm not going to have any more just basic definitions and things like that. I'm going to have to kind of continue on, but maybe you guys figured that out as well. So anyway, like I said, any questions, comments, feel free to ask below, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. And also, if you look down below, I have links to Coinbase, Voyager, Webull, E-Trade, First Trade, a bunch of stuff like that. So if you're interested in getting into investing, anything like that, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't be looking at any of these videos for any financial advice from me. There's lots of other people out there to look to, but I do have the links, and what'll happen if you go down there with a lot of them, sometimes they'll give you free stocks, sometimes they'll give you free crypto, depends on what you're choosing to invest your money in. So if you go to, I think, Coinbase, it would get, once you invest so much into that, it gives me a little bit and it gives you a little bit, and we're both happy. So same thing with the stocks. Like say you went to Webull, 2 free stocks for you. Once you deposit $100, I get a free stock for it because of that. So I'll make each other something. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and yeah, take it easy.